Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbanallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation, and whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Let me say thank you to Cocoa Dairy. Cocoa Dairy is made with natural coconut. It's good for every single member of the family. It's nutritious. It has all the vitamins and minerals you can think about, and you can enjoy it whether chilled or regular room temperature. And you can enjoy it with just anything. You can bake with it. You can, just anything in the home. Think about refreshment, nutrition, and nourishing in your home. Think Cocoa Dairy, and it comes in different flavors, as you can see here. Unsweetened, there's Cocoa Life, there's Cocoa Barista, and then there's Cocoa Dairy Free. So depending on your nutritional needs, you can choose it. And it's vegan friendly as well. So if you're a vegetarian, this is your best bet. And for inquiries, please call 027-444-0180. Again, 027-444-0180. Visit our Facebook page, Cocoa Dairy Free GH, and you can get it across the country, supermarkets, and everywhere else that you can think about. Now, the New Patriotic Party held its 30th anniversary celebration. Of course, congratulations to the New Patriotic Party. There's, I think, following Johnny's Bite, there's a certain trend of speaking truth to power and boldness that seems to be taking around. I will not claim everything, but I'm saying that people are now speaking truth to power and without fear or favor. And as I've always said, I don't endorse insults. But if it comes to asking questions and to telling people the truth, the way they have to be told the truth, don't fret. Speak your truth quietly and clearly. Even the dull and the ignorant, they too, they have their story. Max Ehrmann, 1927, the Desiderata. Now, on this 30th anniversary, there was a Thanksgiving service. Even people who did not believe in God joined to go and thank God. Even people who had things in their cupboards went to join to thank God, and they wore white. Now, at that Thanksgiving service, there was a pastor who spoke. He repeated some of the things I have said. Some of the things Kennedy Japan has said. Some of the things Arthur Kennedy has said. Some of the things the deputy minister said. Remember, there was a deputy minister who said, if we vote today and if breaking the eight will not just be by word of mouth. There are things that have been repeated and some admitted by key elements within government. And when you say it, they insult you. I hope they don't insult the Osofo as well. Because the Bible says, touch not my anointed. Then he played Osofo's video for me.
MPP party talks about, we have a man, we have a man, we have a man. If you have a man without unity, you don't have the mind. Listen. Listen. Because if the men are there and they are not united, they will not give you their brains. The party will suffer and the nation will suffer. They will sit down and watch. They want someone to fail for them to take the baton. But you don't want to. Let me tell you, if the group fail, if the nation fail, you have failed. Maybe you called a wrong person to speak today. The Greek word for division is not what we are saying. The Greek word for division is not party, it's not groupings. The Greek word is you tear apart. If the party in power is not united, the country will suffer.
So, the truth is one. And I've said that if I come here now to tell you that there's a four-legged animal outside, you will have to decide, because a goat has 4 legs, a cow has 4 legs, a donkey has 4 legs, a giraffe has 4 legs, a cheetah has 4 legs. If I tell you, so you have to go out, a cat has 4 legs, a dog has 4 legs. You have to go out to find out what animal it is that we're talking about. 4 legs. The pastor spoke about the 4 legs I've been talking about. And you see, he even added, because of the facial reactions, and he played the facial reactions. The president, chairman of the party, general secretary, Alan Tremantin, Nanda Boache, played their facial expressions for me. Just the video. Now, he even said that, play the video, please. Michael, quick. That, look, maybe I am the wrong person you chose to speak to you. Also, for you are not the wrong person. You are speaking the mood of the nation. And you are speaking the voice of God. So it is the president who told us and made us all believe that the battle is the Lord's. A very well-known prophet of God who is attached to the president says now, the president has departed from God. He said it. The president has not responded. But the president came to us singing Asem Papa Bi Amati Oye, and also telling us that the battle is the Lord and that this too shall pass. These are biblical. The finance minister wears white and quotes every Bible verse that he can find, better than economic figures. This man of God, like the full gospel man of God, these same people, and what he said was no insult. He was speaking the truth. Because if today you speak to NPP people, come to me. If you speak to NPP proper people, they will tell you that there is some form of disunity. You could tell at the conference where people are disgruntled, and because of that, they decided to vote in a certain way. People flew from the diaspora to vote in a certain way. It's a wake-up call. If NDC fails, Ghana has failed. If NPP fails, Ghana has failed, because so far, since 1992, it's been a duopoly. So the political class must show leadership and vision. And that's what the pastor was calling for, was asking for. He said if there's no unity, it's division. And when there are cracks, you cannot achieve anything. United we stand, divided we fall. Together we are rock, divided we are sand. Water may not be able to move the rock, but put sand there, it will wash it away. The man spoke, and I hope that people don't go victimizing him, and people don't go attacking him, and we don't go planting security people in his church to monitor what else he will be saying. I hope that the advice he gave, and you see, when the reports were being filed, this was kept. This was also said in the church. The same church that spoke about breaking the 8, in the same church where they said, I will hand over to an MPP person. The same church. This was also contained in the gospel. But like news, there are many angles to a story. I have decided to bring you this angle of the story, just to let you know that the reality on the ground, and I always say the reality on the ground, the people on the ground, this is how they feel, this is what they think. Let me connect it. See, teacher trainee allowance have not been paid. Recently, we were told that monies were released, but you saw how the nurses were scrambling for rice and palm nut soup. You saw the video. Embarrassing. Children are hungry in school. We owe basic school feeding caterers. Children are hungry in JSS. Children are hungry in secondary school. They have to cry. PTA people have to organize before we say we are going to give them food. Now, the people in the tertiary institutions, nurses and teacher training, that we use them to campaign. Today, we can't even find the food for them to eat. And then when we starve them for a very long time, eventually we give them the food, then we want everybody to be praising us. But before you got in, the food was being supplied. So what changed? In fact, there are people in this country who chose teaching and nursing because they were going to be giving stipends. Oh yes. That's why most of them don't stay in the classroom. When they finish the teaching course and they finish writing and they get their certificates, they use it as a launch pad to move into other places. The pastor spoke the mind of God. And what Reverend Owusu Bempa said is a very deep statement. That the president has moved away from God. But we all know how religious and whatever we are in this country. Very religious people. There's no state activity that happens without a prayer. We begin a Christian prayer, a Muslim prayer. Sometimes we bring the traditionalists come and make libation as well. We have a full representation. So we are supposed to be a secular nation, but we have shown everybody that we are religious people, such that people even think that we are a Christian nation. Some say sometimes we are a Muslim nation. We say that to ourselves. We are proud of it. And we brag and say that it is because of that. That's why we have peace and tranquility. But when the people are hungry, they become angry. So the teachers, newly posted teachers, that they put a letter from me, from the GS. Newly posted teachers, 7 months they have taught. They have not been paid. Hashtag pay newly posted teachers now. 7 months. Whoever wrote this letter, Honorable Abena Osei Asare MP, Deputy Minister, she has been paid. Now, this is the letter. Ministry of Finance, 19 November 2021. Financial clearance. Please refer to letter number FB 352-355-01A. Dated 28 April 2021 from the Ministry of Education on the above subject. Financial clearance is hereby given, granted the Honorable Education Minister to enable the Director General of the Ghana Education Service recruit 16,850 newly trained teachers for service. They are grateful. 3, approval is also granted for the emoluments to be charged against the compensation of employees' vote of Ministry of Education in the 2021 budget. 4, the Director General of the Ghana Education Service is to ensure that the newly trained teachers have their documents processed in time and placed on the mechanized payroll early enough to enable the Controller and Accountant General's Department effect payment of their salaries. 5, the effective date of this appointment should not be earlier than 1st December 2021. That's the timeline, and that's what we agreed. 6, by a copy of this letter, the Controller and Accountant General is requested to effect payment of salaries of newly trained teachers and make appropriate deductions of Social Security and income tax to SNIT and the Domestic Tax Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, respectively. Please note that the financial clearance expires at the end of 31st December 2022 and cannot be used thereafter. This is it. Copied to the Minister of Finance, Minister of State, blah, blah, blah. All of them, they are there. Now, the deadline is what? 2022, 31st December. And it says the effective date of this appointment should not be earlier than 1st December 2021. So they have been serving their country. 7 months. They have not been paid. Landlords are demanding their rent. Water bill is on their heads. Electricity bill is on their heads. Food is on their head. Transport is on their head. There are families who know that, oh, my banner teacher training school, teacher training school, they have been giving jobs, are looking forward that they will bring something home. Their pastors are expecting their tithe. Meanwhile, this portion of the letter that says that they should ensure that they have all the documents, so they are placed on the mechanized payroll early enough. They don't have ID cards to even enable them to do their biometric registration. And yet, they have financial clearance, and they say they are petitioning the Director General. Danny, show me that petition quickly. That's our last thing. They are petitioning the Director General of Ghana Education Service. Professor Pokwamankwa, good morning to you. But nothing has been heard. Meanwhile, there's a directive from the minister with even a timeline that it may expire. Look at the letter. The Director General of Ghana Education Service, M45, petition for answers in the undue delay in the release of staff IDs, I write on behalf of the aforementioned group to your respected office to request answers in ordinate delay or in the release of the staff IDs for newly posted teachers. As you may be very much aware, newly posted teachers have been working for about 7 months now, but it's very worrying that till date, not every newly posted teacher has gotten his or her staff ID. Sir, we understand that it's a bit of a cumbersome process, but for 7 months, without even getting our staff IDs to even think of biometric registration is disturbing. We are in hard times, and it's even harder and more unbearable for us working all these months without salary. As such, we plead you intervene on our behalf so processes are expedited for the release of our staff IDs before the end of this month to give us some assurance. We hope to hear from you favorably. Akosia Rebecca Bauer, that's the number there. I hope they are not victimized though. Emmanuel Abugri, that's his number, the secretary. I hope they are not victimized because in this country, as soon as you start speaking truth to power, there's some bit of victimization. The teachers who are supposed to be in the classroom, who are supposed to be facilitating teaching and learning, who are supposed to be doing that from the depth of our hearts, they are hungry. Now, can you sound a trumpet on an empty stomach? All these people who have written the letters, the deputy minister, the minister, the director general, everybody has been taking their salaries for the past 7 months. In fact, we have begun a new month, they will still take their salary. So why can we not pay newly posted teachers now? Why? What is the problem? Why can't we pay them their monies? What is due them? And it is pure wickedness. That the people who ask them, and sometimes you say, oh, when we say they should go, they won't go. You put them through licensure exam, you ask them to do national service, they have satisfied those requirements, they have gone to college, they have done their teaching practice, everything else. They are even teaching without textbooks, and you are refusing to pay them. They are racking their brains to teach without textbooks, and you're refusing to pay them. So what do you want them to do? When you wake up, you say the young people of this country are not entirely patriotic. When you wake up, you say the young people are not sacrificing. When you wake up, you say we are not giving up enough, and that in the past you used to give enough. Now we are giving you our best, and for 7 months you have kept us hungry. What is our crime? Please, my call, pay newly posted teachers now. 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 Good morning.